Hello guys and welcome. This is iPlay4K, iPlay4K.com, LXM, and in this video today I'm going to show you Counter-Strike Go running on a laptop Asus GL702VS Strix gaming laptop, and resolution will be 8K, 4K, 1080p on the AC, all those three resolutions, and then 1080p on the battery, just as a test. Right now I'm running 8K resolution. Let me real quick go ahead and show it to you. Here we go. Maxed out, anti-aliasing all the way up. Alright, everything maxed out, 8192 by 4320. At the middle top, as you can see, my specs updated every second. GPU temperature, GPU usage, GPU frequency, VRAM frequency, VRAM usage. Total VRAM is 8 gigabytes on this GTX 1070MXM version. Then CPU temperature, CPU load or CPU usage, system RAM usage, which is 12 gigabyte is the total system RAM. As you can see, we're almost bottlenecking our system RAM, and we bottlenecking our VRAM, which is 8109 megabytes, but 8 gigabytes of VRAM will be 8200 megabytes, so almost there. DirectX 9, which is the default API, FPS, and the delay between the hardware and software. Self-explanatory, guys. Keep in mind that when it comes to Pascal GPU architecture, GTX 1070 MXM version, which is kind of mobile GPU, on this inside of this laptop, is faster than GTX 1070 desktop version, Founders Edition, because it has more CUDA cores, it has more TMU units and more ROPS units. Keep that in mind. In the end of this video, I'm going to show you all of this. I'm going to show you the specification, the facts, and we're going to talk more about the hardware just in the end of this video, guys. So as you can see, our FPS will be 35/45 FPS average. It's running very smooth, guys. I'm not sure if it's going to capture like this for you on the video, but running very smooth at 8K resolution. And it's playable. It almost feels like 60 Hz experience, but it's not quite 60 Hz at 8K resolution. For 8K resolution, I advise you to have GTX 1080 video card in the laptop, but not too shabby. It's still playable. The video card today stock frequency, not overclock, and as well as the CPU, which is 7700 HQ. Horrible Core 7 7th generation CPU when it comes to overclocking. So if you're not playing the overclock, it's nice CPU. If you're playing to overclock and boost more performance in the future, you definitely want to get 7700 HK with the K as kilo in the end, or 7920 HQ, which is the Extreme Mobile Core i7 Intel CPU, which is very overclockable, even if it's HQ version, but it still has unlocked multipliers like HK version. But this 7700 HQ version doesn't have unlocked multipliers, so it's totally not overclockable CPU. But if you're not looking to overclock, it's still fine. And it's also very hot CPU, and also when it comes to performance versus 7920 HQ, this 7700 HQ is very slow CPU. 7920 HQ was excellent CPU. I will clock it to 4.5 GHz stable in laptop MSI GT83 VR. I have a review of that laptop as well as gameplays over the iPlay4K YouTube channel. Okay, look like we got kicked. Let me go ahead and rejoin. As again, we have played the DOS level, and I'm going to go ahead and rejoin. So guys, if you're looking to see the performance out of 7920 HQ, beautiful Core i7 7th generation highly overclockable CPU, just check out the iPlay4K YouTube channel, iPlay4K.com. We're still playing 8K, guys. DOS 2, we got kicked out. I rejoined it, and rejoined, as you can see, and maximum visuals, 8 times MSA anti-aliasing. Wow, 8K resolution. I'm about to switch to 4K and then 1080p on AC and 1080p on the battery. This is still on the AC, guys. Quick, and feels very smooth at 48 FPS. Sometimes it's going above 50, as you can see, average at 8K, which is amazing for GTX 1070 mobile video card. AMD cannot put anything that is mobile version that is comparable even with the GTX 1070 in 2017 on the mobile market, which is kudos to NVIDIA. They've done a great job. Alright, let me go ahead, guys, and switch to 4K. You all know the DOS level, so we're not here to watch the gameplay, we're here to see the performance. 3840 by 2160. Apply. And I gotta readjust the statistic display because it's big and the area where it's overlapping. Let me real quick go ahead and do that for you guys. Here we go. Let's go ahead and have a look, shall we? Keep in mind that fan rotation in the laptop set to the maximum RPMs at the Asus software. So this is the maximum cooling solution for this laptop right now, and CPU is a little bit too hot, as you can see, for some people. But keep in mind, up to 100 Celsius you save. When it's reaching 100 Celsius and above, it's very critical temperatures and very unsafe after 97 Celsius. Very hot. I'm running in September. It's kind of hot outside. During the day I shut down the AC in the house, so I'm running 80 Fahrenheit. This is just a test, guys, to see how, if you don't have money for AC, how you can play it. Let's assume like that. If you're living in third world country, no AC in the house, but you still have this laptop, or want to buy this laptop, want to purchase this laptop, how it will withhold 80 Fahrenheit in a room, not Celsius, 80 Fahrenheit in a room, guys. This is how hot it is. 97 Celsius I just saw on the CPU. So if you're looking to cool down your CPU, you probably want to play 1920 by 1080, the way the NVIDIA envision. This laptop, it's equipped with 1920 by 1080 75 Hz G-Sync monitor, and your CPU will be much lower temperatures. But I connected this laptop today to the external monitor. You can connect up to 3 4K monitors through the HDMI, DisplayPort, and Thunderbolt to this laptop. Or I got kicked. Or let me go ahead and rejoin. Or 8K monitor 30 Hz, guys. I'm going to rejoin. That's 2. Alright, guys, I just rejoined the server. We got kicked. Still 4K maxed out, and the crazy dynamic smoke right now, a lot of dynamic particles, but still crazy FPS, about 100 FPS. If you have 4K monitor, 100 Hz, 120 Hz, 144 Hz, you're going to enjoy, because your average will be 175 FPS. Sometimes you're going to go, as you saw, like 110, 120. But pretty much it's going to stay about 165, 175 FPS average, and even you will see 200 FPS plus when you're playing 4K maxed out. As again, guys, you can set lower settings here at 4K, but this is maxed out, 8 times MSAA. Not a joke, not a joke. Server full of players, as you can see. Multiplayer online. DOS 2, which is the popular map, running crazy. The VRAM usage now is below 4 gigabytes. In 8K we're almost bottlenecking 8 gigabytes in Counter-Strike Go, so in newer games you're definitely going to bottlenecking at 8K resolution, not even 8K, 4K resolution. Battlefield 1 is bottlenecking this GTX 1070, guys. When the 4K set to the maximum possible settings. Alright, I think we're good to go at 4K. So the FPS 175 average, way above 100 FPS, so you're going to enjoy with the high frequencies monitors 4K. And let me go ahead and switch 1920 by 1080. As again, we're running on the battery. Let me readjust the settings here. Running on the battery, guys. So keep that in mind. I mean, running on the AC, but I'm going to run on the battery. But we're running right now on AC, all those 3 resolutions. About to switch to the battery, that's what I was trying to say. 8 times MSAA, guys, 240 by 1080. Let's have a look, shall we? A lot of dynamic particles, but almost hit it 200 FPS on the dynamic particles. Unbelievable. So I would say you can see the FPS is almost the same as 4K. Sometimes it's going above 200 FPS like we just saw a couple seconds ago, but it's going to stick around 175/220 FPS average. Why it is at 1920 by 1080 should be way higher numbers than that. As you can see, my GPU scalability is 41% right now, 47, so it's not even 50% of GPU usage. Keep that in mind. So we're receiving 50% of performance out on the GTX 1070 in Counter-Strike Go 1920 by 1080 resolution. That's why. Let me readjust real quick the settings, the stats. I don't like the stats being like that, so I'm just going to say it like that, and yeah. Way below 50%, the second value of the GPU after the GPU Celsius, 70 Celsius temperature, 36%. And even frequency on the GPU is kind of the lowest possible, as you can see, 1443 megahertz. It's not using the boost of the clock, so that's why it will be average will be almost the same as 4K resolution, but sometimes it will go below, I mean above 200 FPS, which is should be all the way, but not the case for 1920 by 1080 with the Pascal GPU architecture. Somehow it doesn't want to use the whole GPU. And keep in mind, in the drivers, high performance mode is set, as well as in Windows mode, Windows 10 features, and I'm going to use those presets for the battery as well. High performance mode for the battery 1920 by 1080. Alright, pretty much we got the picture here, right? Now I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it, and we're going to use the battery, guys. So I'm disconnecting it, and we're going to try the battery. Okay guys, and now I just load up the DOS 2, as again we're running on the battery, 1920 by 1080 maximum possible visuals, high performance in the NVIDIA drivers preset on the battery, as well as Windows 10 feature on the battery, high performance as well. So you can see FPS way above 60 FPS, which is nice. So you can play this game, Counter-Strike Go, you know, in a friend's house on a battery, or in a hotel, at the airport, wherever you are. It's still playable, Counter-Strike Go. And keep in mind that the battery lasts 30-40 minutes in the Counter-Strike Go, so it doesn't last for too long in this Asus GL702VS Strix laptop. As again, I wish that this laptop would have 16 gigs of system RAM. It's not, but you can always upgrade it. 8 gigs. It's like 8 gigs plus 4 gigs, total 12 gigs of system RAM. DDR4, 2400 megahertz. But you can always buy them of 8 gigs and put 8 gigs and 8 gigs, and it will cost you about $79 on Amazon or Newegg. Go ahead and check it out. It's easy to upgrade it, so you can remove the 4 gigs and put the 8 gigs. Make sure it's same frequencies. You can buy the Samsung stick for about 79 bucks. It also has the mechanical hard disk. I would put the SSD 500 gigs by Samsung 850 EVO, and you would be good to go, guys. As you can see, same frequencies, same GPU load at 1920 by 1080. Just lost about half of the FPS, but it's on a battery, which is nice. Above 60 FPS, average 75-90 FPS average, as you can see, guys. And you gotta add 5 FPS because I'm recording with a shadow play. Keep that in mind. So we're going to be 80-90 FPS for sure, average. Okay, we just reloaded the map, and I think we're good to go. Let me real quick go ahead and show you the hardware specifications of this laptop, and we're going to wrap up. As you can see, fan boost was running at the maximum possible 100%. It's not noisy, guys. It's you know, it's not so bad. It's the noise is lower than GTX 1070 reference version Founder Edition single fan video card running on 100%. It's much lower in this laptop, which is nice, comparing to MSI GT83VR with 2 GTX 1080 video cards laptop that I tested before this, and it was kind of noisy, guys. Go ahead and check out the iPlay 4K for 2 GTX 1080 in a laptop MSI GT83VR. Just visit iPlay4k.com or iPlay4K YouTube channel. Check it out. I'm going to create a playlist, as well as I'm going to create a playlist for this laptop, and I'm going to upload all the famous gameplays, all the famous gameplays, and you will see the performance before you will buy, if you're interested to buy this laptop. But anyways, I was running stock GPU, stock VRAM. As you can see, the CPU was not overclocked because it's not overclockable, as again 7700 HQ. Okay, I think this is the, I would say, not a great idea for Core i7 if you're shopping around. Get yourself 7700 HK or 7920 HQ, best CPUs if you're looking to overclock. Okay, here's GL702VS motherboard and laptop Asus GL702VS Strix, and CPU Quinn. Remember when I was testing the 7920 HQ, it was on top 3. This is how the CPU is ranked during the benchmarks, the CPU benchmarks. This is the archiving benchmark. This is the CPU hash, the encoder with the video encoder codec that was used by open source by Google in 2012 and still used by Google. 3D rendering. So as you can see, it's not the best CPU, but if you're not looking to overclock, it's still doable. It will give you anywhere. You can play games, do any kind of task, encoding, 3D modeling, 3D rendering and stuff like that. You're going to be good to go. I'm using this laptop for everything. I tested on everything: 3ds Max, Premiere, Sony Vegas, gaming, all kind of games. I just wished more system RAM, 16 gigs, but you know, for some people 12 gigs will be fine when you're playing 1920 by 1080 and have something on the background. For those who's curious about the GTX 1070, this is the reference version, the Founders Edition by NVIDIA, 1920 CUDA cores, 120 TMUs and ROP 64, and here's the mobile version, 2048 CUDA cores, 128 TMU units, 64 ROPs. So just like I said, this GTX 1070, when it comes to mobile solution, this is the first mobile video card that is faster than desktop version, okay, of it. So just keep that in mind. And this GPU and the VRAM is overclockable as well, so you can squeeze it and get 3 FPS extra just to compensate your shadow play recording. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. A lot of time, money, energy was invested, and the experience for you. I just shared a lot of experience so you can see before you buy. And just hit that like button, positive comments, and I will see you till the next time. I play 4K, I play 4K.com. Peace.